I think we're live. So I'm really excited today. I'm here with J to check out Madtree Brewing Company, which is a Cincinnati brewery. This is Galaxy High, an Imperial IPA at 9.5%. So introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up, everybody? J here. So looking forward to checking this one out. If you haven't seen my channel, it's J Beer Ventures. But I'm in Cincinnati, so of course this beer is here. So this is a seasonal for Madtree, who's one of the probably top breweries in the area. I would consider them one of the top three, and should be a pretty fun beer to take a look at.
Have you had this before?
Have I had this before?
Every opportunity I get.
Yeah, I mean, it's a seasonal, so it only comes out a certain part of the year, which was kind of great that you got a chance to get it out there in California.
Yeah.
That's why I was wondering when you were going to get it. Everything on the bottom of the can is usually the date. So this one was canned March 20th? No, March 20th or 30th. The smudge on a 2 or a 3.
Because I'm looking at the same information, I believe.
Oh yeah, I think you got the same shipment.
Yeah, I think we came out of the same thing. Mine also says Nanu Nanu.
So does mine. There you go.
So, I got this because it came from Tavour. Sorry, yeah. So I get some beers from Tavour, which is a company out of Washington, and they send you notifications, emails, and they have an app, notifications about some beers that they have, and then you can just pick and choose which ones you want and how many of them you want, and then they ship it as a crate at the end of the month. And so as soon as I saw the Cincinnati brewery come up, I thought, oh goodness, I'm gonna have to drink this with J. So here we are.
Yeah, definitely. So did you get like just a single in your shipment, or did they send you the 4-pack, or?
I actually got 2 cans, and that's it.
Nice.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure if I was gonna love it or whatever, and I try to just get like 1 or 2 of each one that comes through that looks interesting, so that way I get a nice variety. But this is actually the only beer I got out of that crate, I think, out of that month, because I was, I don't know. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. I love the black can.
Yeah, that's a nice design they have on this one here. It should still be in pretty good shape. Everybody says drink it fresh, which this is a great beer to drink fresh, kind of in that 3-month frame, but it should be still decent enough.
Yeah, I think 3 months would be June 20th, so we're definitely within that 3 months.
Right.
But fresher, of course, is better. The fresher, the better, I suppose. But anyway, so I am drinking this out of a shaker pint glass because, I don't know, that's what I had available. And so it poured really heady.
Mm-hmm.
How does yours looking? Oh, yeah, yours is pretty heady, too.
Yeah, I mean, you always want to get some head on there to release everything, but usually this will come out about a 2 or 3 finger head poured right, and it should lace the glass nicely as it goes down. Usually the head will hang in there for a little bit, so it should be pretty decent as far as what you'll see there for lacing.
Yeah, it looks like it's pretty rocky, so I think it's going to stick around.
Nice orange color on it as usual, almost like a sunset orange.
Yeah, I don't have light behind me necessarily, but mine's a little bit darker, it looks like, than yours. Looks more orange. Maybe that's your shirt. I don't know. Like a little hazy. It's kind of orange. Yeah,
it's got a hazy look to it, for sure. This was like the pre-hazy IPAs coming out, so they've been doing this for a few years.
Yeah.
The one I have downstairs now is their Citra High, which is like this version, but it's done in citrus, more citrusy. I want to say citrical.
Citrical. Citrified, whatever.
But this one, for me, this stands out as probably one of my favorite, if not the favorite, top traditional kind of like double American India Pale Ale. You get that nice aroma of the fruits coming out, kind of that fruity notes. Like for me, I get like pineapple and I get mango and I get papaya.
Yeah, it's really tropical. It's a little danky. Like right as I poured it was a little danky and green. but now it's definitely fruity after a couple minutes here.
Yeah, and as you drink this one down over a period of time, you start to have that aroma kick out a little bit more, and it, of course, comes through in the taste. In the taste itself, usually I'll get like a little bit of pineapple in there as well. I probably should say, because I want to influence you in what you're thinking as you're going through for the first time.
Yeah, well, definitely tropical and definitely pineapple, and it's almost making me drooly just wanting to drink this. I just got back from the grocery store, so I have like peaches and apples and lemons and blueberries, and so I was like thinking about fruit, and now I'm like, I'm gonna drink my fruit. So, all right, well, cheers! Thanks so much for grabbing one and joining me on this. Let's have a drink now. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh boy. Nothing about this beer is small.
No.
Wow. So up front, I get all of that like big burst of tropicalness, just like the aroma.
Right.
This big punch of bitterness. And then it just kind of softens out, and both of those swirl around, and there's a nice finish to it. A little, not even alcohol flavor, but like I was like, oh, this beer has alcohol. So yeah.
And the taste, you get a little bit more of that grapefruit type feel, which you don't really get as much on the aroma because of all the other tropical notes. But you feel it there in the taste for sure. Yeah,
that like big punch of bitterness. I was gonna say, yeah, I guess grapefruit, yeah.
And you get that scratchiness in the throat a little bit, but it still has a kind of smoothness in the beer on the texture as well. And there you can see some of the lacing taking place in my glass as well. And it pretty much evens out around the side for the most part. I'm getting, as it goes down, as well balanced.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of lacing. Wow, that like bitterness punch is really intense. And then I have to tell you, the first sip I took, I kind of panicked when I tasted that because I thought, oh God, it's just going to hang around and be really, really extremely bitter. But it kind of softens out and swirls around with the fruitiness. Then it's just like, oh yeah, I'm drinking an IPA. And it still comes across as refreshing, even though it's really intense and 9.5% alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the IBU, I think they're close to 90 or something on this one.
Yeah, it doesn't actually say on the can. It says IBU high.
Yeah. I think when you look online, it's like around 90 or something. It might be even 100. Let me take a look here.
Yeah, I was going to look that up.
Now, cool thing about Madtree, if you go on their website, they actually list the recipes out there for their brews as well. So a lot of people here like to clone a lot of their beers. So if you're a home brewer, you can get a lot of their recipes out there for what they're doing.
Oh, that's really cool.
So a lot of people love them for that too. Let's see.
That's always fun. I feel like, when you start out, you use like a lot of kits because the recipes are already made and you don't have to think about it.
Right.
But when you want to branch out into new stuff, what ends up happening is you make a lot of crap because you're not good at recipes.
Right.
So, getting recipes from people or using clone recipes, which are available everywhere, is really a great way to go. I don't see it listed.
Let me see here. Now I'm actually on their website, and it's actually, I was off a little bit. I forgot it's actually 120 on this one.
Citra High?
Galaxy High.
Yeah, I don't see Galaxy, I see Citra. But anyway, it's 120 IBUs. Wow, cool.
Are you on the website?
Yeah.
Because it's right next to it where it says limited beers. You should see Galaxy High next to Citra High.
Oh, I went to Tap Room. That's probably okay.
Yeah, so this has the 120 IBU, which they say people can't really taste past 110.
Yeah, so it's got Zythos and Galaxy hops in it. I'm not familiar with Zythos. I don't know that I've ever had a beer where it was specifically listed. And Galaxy is the tropical one that is the tropical flavor, right? So maybe Zythos is that really intense bitter.
Yeah, a lot of people like using the Galaxy on some of the home brewing nowadays too because of that tropic feel.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they dump in the malts in there, which help to drive up the ABV. But if you look there, it says like download the recipe on their website. So they provide the information for people that might want to make their own barrels there.
Yeah.
You got like 5 different malts in here as well. Of course, well, they got extras as a malt, which really should be additive or whatever. So it would be a malt.
Yeah, it actually says I'm looking at who is this? YCH Hops about Zythos, and it actually says that it's pineapple, a tropical pineapple citrus. So yeah, now I'm gonna have to look up Galaxy. I thought Galaxy was the.
I've used Galaxy before for like a tropical citrus type feel.
Mm-hmm.
As Zythos putting out pineapple into it that I sense in here, which I wasn't aware of before because I never looked it up there.
Passion fruit, clean citrus aroma. So I guess it's just the quantity of hops that they've added for these two varieties, and then potentially, you know, that it was hopped at each one of those stages, dry hopping, wet hopping, you know, leave it in for a long time. So we get a big punch of aroma and then a long bitter finish because it was in for that cook for a long time.
Right.
Kind of like 120 IPA or whatever that is, 120.
120 IPA, yeah.
No, 120, there's like Dogfish Head has one that's like.
Oh, they have the 120, it's 120 minute.
Yeah, 120 minute, there we go. Yeah, so a long cook on this.
You get that there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know some places still don't get Dogfish Head. I was just curious.
I actually want to look and see how this is rated on. I tend not to look at Beer Advocate and rate beer, but at their ratings. But I'm going to take a look since.
Oh yeah, I never look at rate beer.
Yeah. Beer Advocate gives it 4.31 out of 5, so that's a nice high rating. Although it has it listed at 10.2% alcohol. So that's an earlier version.
That's what it was previously. Yeah, this one's a little bit lighter. I think the Citra High I got in the fridge is 10%. But they make it fresh every year, so something's off. It adjusts the ABV.
Yeah, yeah. And then rate beer. Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. They said 3.79 out of 5, but it has a 98 overall and a 94 for style. So I don't know why that's so different.
Rate beer is kind of a wacky one, and
yeah,
I don't trust them as much now. But
yeah,
it's all part of their stuff, the AB and Bev too.
And then Untapped, and I kind of like what Untapped is doing with their community. I think they've done a good job. So let's give them some clicks.
Yeah.
They have a 4.09 out of 5. That's it. That's all it's going to tell us. Anyway, so yeah, pretty high ratings for where it counts and definitely for style. My thoughts on it are I love the aroma. It's just delicious and it makes me want to drink more. That bitterness is really intense, you know, but that's the whole point of an IPA and certainly of an Imperial IPA. So, you know, to style and exactly what we were expecting. I love the finish on it, that it kind of resolves into that combination of the citrus tropical fruitiness and that really intense hoppiness. That's pretty great. So I think this is a great beer.
Yeah, like I said, it's one of my favorite. I think on Untapped, I probably got it as a 5 out of 5, I believe. It's just pretty much all solid all the way around. If you know double IPAs and traditional, and this isn't looking at some of the ones that are kind of the novelty type ones now, I'll say, just because they're different. Like you'll get some like Decadent Ales. I did their double toasted marshmallow, which is a double IPA, but it's nothing like you'd expect an IPA. It's more of that juicier type, flavor type, novelty type double IPA. But this one is pretty solid. It's definitely worth trying for sure. They sell them out pretty quickly, but it's not something you have to line up for. They got good distribution, so most of the stores get them if you know what stores to go to, but they'll sell out within a couple of days when they get them.
Yeah, so you can get it at local stores in addition to you know, like at the brewery, where would you go to get it?
Yeah, I can get this at some of my local stores, or you get it at the brewery on draft or in the can. But like your main chain stores, like say Kroger, which is our grocery line, they won't carry this part of Madtree because it's more of a specialty beer. So they go to all the specialty type shops. And by the time I picked up the 4-pack I got when it came out, it was down to probably the last 12 or 13 4-packs they had left. And the Citra High I picked up last week because I was in Mexico for the week. I wanted to make sure I had it when I got back. When I got there, it was already going down very quickly. So I was able to get that and save it for when I got back here now because it'd be going by now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you got your hands on that. And you had a beer queued up for when you returned. That's always nice.
Yeah. Not that I don't have enough other ones here, but that's one of my favorites too. And again, that's a limited time when that comes out. So that'll be going here for the next month or next few weeks until next pretty much May when they release it again. So
spring seasonal, yeah. Yeah, great. This is a really great beer. I'm actually really glad that I tried it, and I'm glad that I saw it. Like I said, I was super excited when I saw a Cincinnati beer. I was like, oh, I know who can get this. So, because sometimes finding beers that California and anybody else can get has been challenging. So like I said, I was super excited about that opportunity. Yeah. Well, I think this is both a great example of the Imperial IPA style, and also just a really great beer if you're a hophead. So I know exactly why you like it. So I've enjoyed it. So again, this is Madtree Brewing Company's Galaxy High Imperial IPA coming in at 9.5%. So cool. Thank you so much for joining me. Check out Rajay's channel. He's got some really great reviews that he puts up. And thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.